Going over pound yen today, technical analysis and breakdown for the end of June and then going into July. So let's start with this daily chart. It is above the 200-day moving average, so it is definitely bullish. Pound yen trend trends very well. So looking at this again, yeah, very bullish. So I would only look to buy it long term. We can see that some areas of support. There's a recent one here. That was this week. A couple more areas here. So there's lots of areas of daily support throughout this movement. Now looking at where it might be headed, because it is making new highs pretty much every day recently. Eventually it's going to pull back to some extent, but if you were to take long positions now, where would you get in? I would look at a higher time frame here, like the weekly. There's nothing previously here. What about monthly? So a key area here on this monthly chart would be right here, the 186 area. So currently about 350 pips away from hitting that area. That would be my main area to target right now if I wanted to get into a buy position now. Let's say I don't want to wait. An aggressive entry would be right now as it's coming into this zone. So what you could do is wait for it to come in here, wick a bit, and then create more bullish momentum back up, which it kind of looks like it already is. However, something that I would look for before entering this trade is maybe a longer term aspect. So the month of June is almost coming, it's almost at the end of June. So I would look at July. So it is Wednesday, so it's midweek. This weekly candle is not closing anything amazing, but again, it is the end of the week, so a little bit less volatility and volume. So, but looking at how this month is closing is huge. This was a massive month. This is a 1100 pip month so far June has been. So I would say that there's a ton of momentum going into July, bullish momentum. So I would wait for a good position to enter. Get rid of these here. I would wait for a good position to enter a long for July up into this 186 area, because we can see that this was an area, I mean, this was a long time ago. This is back in November of 2015, so that was like almost 8 years ago. Price was in this area, so it'll definitely function as some sort of resistance when it does reach that area. But as far as this month, I would say it's definitely a solid buy into this area. So I would look for a good entry here. Let's say right here, we want to target our 2 to 1. So something like this. I mean, you could, depending on what type of trader you are, if you're more of a swing trader, you could hold the trade for the entire month. Your goal could be to get 400 or 500 pips out of July, and you could start now at the end of this month, or just wait if you wanted to confirm it. I don't think the pair is going to move that much the next few days, the last few days of the month. And then, yeah, you would be good to go to enter that long position to make about 400 pips for July. Make sure that you got appropriate stop here. Make sure your target's somewhere in this area, and just watch it day to day. As if it hits this area, it starts wicking, then just pull out. But if it hits this area and it's pulling strong to the upper area, I would just hold it. And then looking at some fundamentals of pound yen, the current pound interest rate just went up, so it's at 5%, which is huge. It's been steadily going up, which will create more value for the pound itself. And then the yen has been negative interest rates, so automatically, based on just interest rates, the pound is more valuable than the yen. So it would create bullish structure for pound yen based on that. And look at these. This is baby pips. It tracks. I use this to look at market data for all pairs and commodities. It just tracks, I mean, a bunch of stuff, but I use it for the trends. So if you look at like short-term trends for this pair, it's still in the bullish area. Medium term, still very bullish, and then long-term, very bullish. So based on this, there's no signs of it letting up, and so I would definitely stick to long positions and focus on one that is ideal for you, depending on how, if you're a short-term trader, long-term trader. If you want to hold this trade for a few days, you want to hold it for a month, it's up to you. I would base this trade on July. So like I said, targeting this previous monthly area that obviously held back in 2015. So, and based on this monthly closing candle, it's very strong bullish momentum to hit that zone. So let me know what you think. That's my technical and fundamental breakdown.